It simply waits. Unmoving. Unchanging. Untouched by entropy, by chaos, by time. A fixed eye in a storm that spans light years. A wound in the fabric of the cosmos that has never healed. A question so old, even the universe seems to have forgotten it. A neutron star, they claimed. Collapsed. Spent. Harmless. But that name is a mask. A placeholder for something no telescope, no mind, no algorithm has ever truly understood. Because what we found was not the dense heart of a dead star. It was something else entirely. A violation. A paradox frozen in place. According to every physical law known to humanity, such an object should spin rapidly, emitting streams of high-energy particles, its mass compressed into a sphere no wider than a city. But XJ 3729 does not spin quickly. It moves. Glacially? One full rotation every 61,000 years. A cosmic heartbeat slower than death. And its core is not dense. It is empty. A hollow sphere at its center, perfectly symmetrical, perfectly still. A vacuum more absolute than space itself. A region where entropy drops to zero. And stays there. It is the coldest known place in the observable universe, colder than the cosmic microwave background. It does not emit Hawking radiation. It does not bend light as it should. It is, in every sense, impossible. And yet, it exists. It hangs there in the abyss, defying every model, every expectation. Scientists ran simulations. They collapsed stars in virtual labs 1,000,000 times, seeking this anomaly. But none ever produced what we see in XJ 3729. Because this isn't just a break in the pattern. It is a message. Then came the pulses. At first, they were dismissed, mere background noise, quantum static, statistical anomalies. But then, a pattern began to emerge. A faint signal. Hidden. Recurring. Every 47 Earth days, something inside that hollow heart beats. Not with sound. But with mathematics. A signal encoded with the golden ratio, phi. 1.618033988875. Dot. A number that shapes the spiral of galaxies, the pattern of hurricanes, the symmetry of sunflowers, the architecture of life. And now, it whispers from the core of a star that should be dead. This is no random signal. It is structured. Precise. It carries intent. Something? Or someone encoded the universe's most sacred ratio into the pulse of a silent, impossible object. And so the theories began to flow like dark rivers through the halls of academia. Some say it is a false vacuum bubble, a tear in our universe, where the constants of physics flicker and fail. A region where gravity holds its breath, and time forgets how to tick. If this bubble collapses, it could rewrite existence itself. Others propose it is a wormhole, its throat stabilized not by exotic matter, but by design. Technology far beyond ours. A gateway sealed within the corpse of a star. A door that opens inward. But then, there are the quiet voices. The ones not spoken into microphones or published in journals. The ones that meet behind closed doors, they say this star is not a star at all. That it only wears the corpse of a celestial body, like a mask carved from stellar ash. A hollow actor upon the cosmic stage, hiding its true nature behind a veil of darkness. It is not born from the furnace of creation. It is not the product of supernova screams or gravity's final breath. It is a construct, a design, a deliberate object. Not formed, but forged. A sentinel. Not watching the galaxy, but watching something. Perhaps a doorway. Perhaps a secret. Perhaps us? A relic? Not of our time, but of another era, so ancient that even light, traveling since the dawn of stars, may have missed its birth. Or perhaps it was never born. Perhaps it was always there. It was not shaped by chance collisions or gravitational collapse. It was engineered. Crafted with a purpose so complex, so distant from our understanding, that to name it a machine is almost an insult. It may be something more. A form of intelligence crystallized into geometry. A thought frozen in matter. A moon-sized object that does not orbit a star. It orbits nothing. Suspended like an idea in the dark. Tethered only to the silence. No solar system embraces it. No gravitational dance holds it in place. It is where it wants to be. It is where it was always meant to be. Hidden in obscurity, cloaked not by shadows but by our own assumptions. It lurked in the blind spots of our equations, behind the noise of our instruments. It allowed us to overlook it. Until now. And now. We see it. The veil has fallen. But the question that freezes our breath is, did it want to be seen? Was this sudden awareness part of its design? Did it open its eye? Or did we simply look up at the right moment in time? If so, why now? Why us? Are we special? Or simply the next in line? The next species to peer into the unknown and stumble across a fragment of eternity? Is it watching us, patient, silent, as we fumble with its mystery? Has it always been watching? Long before we built our first telescopes. Before our ancestors carved stories into stone. Before we even understood what stars were. Has it observed civilizations before us? Watched them rise, reach for the stars. And vanish. And now, it turns its attention to us. Not with malice. Not with kindness. But with calculation. Is this a test? A trial? An invitation to join something greater? Or a warning to stop reaching where we do not belong? Because whatever the truth may be, one fact remains, we are no longer alone in our ignorance. We have discovered something that does not fit into the puzzle. It is the puzzle. We stand at the edge of understanding. One foot in science. The other in myth. Peering into a cosmic idea so vast, so unfamiliar, that it threatens to unravel everything we know. Because if XJ 3729 is artificial, then someone, or something, built it. And if they built it, they had purpose. A logic beyond randomness. An intent carved into the void. And if they had intent, they may not be gone. Not erased by time. Not buried by silence. Perhaps they are waiting. Not just behind the structure, but within it. Or perhaps they are not they at all. Perhaps they are us. A version of humanity from the future. One that mastered time not as a river, but as a tool. That bent causality like we bend metal. That encoded messages backward through physics, through the language of stars. Perhaps this is our own voice. Echoing back from the end of time. A memory wrapped in neutron skin. A cosmic mirror set adrift to show us what we become. Or what we must avoid becoming. A warning. A whisper. A riddle carved into frozen light. So tonight, we invite you to look deeper. Not with eyes, but with imagination. To peer beyond the limits of fact, and feel the weight of possibility. To stare into the eye of the abyss that stares back not with malice,